Well, hey Glenn, I appreciate you meeting me today here at JJ's Cafe for this episode of Cup of Joe. Cup of Joe is a series that we do so employees around the organization might get a chance to meet people that they work with that maybe they've never met before. So why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself, your name, what department you work in, and how long you've been working for the city.
Yeah, sure. So for those that don't know me, I'm Glenn McLelland. I'm the Deputy CIO in the IT department. Been married for 22 years to my wife, Cassie. I have two boys. Caleb's 18, Benjamin's 15. Currently living in Waxahachie. Even though Mansfield's still my hometown, I'm kind of one of those long-timers. Worked and lived for 20 years in Mansfield. So I enjoy pickleball. I get to play it twice a week over at the MAC, and been doing that for about a year now. So
you do that with some of your fellow employees?
Yeah.
Who all goes over there typically?
My boss, Todd. We got we got Gary Fowler, we got Sarah Spear, Dustin.
All different departments.
Oh yeah, it's a good mix.
Really cool.
Yeah.
You were in the Emerging Leaders program at one point, right? You took that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. It exposed me to a lot of the great city leaders, and I got to get a lot of insights from their public speaking. And
that's good. So you're the assistant CIO. People might not know what that is, Chief Information Officer. So you guys are in IT, and whether people know it or not, they absolutely depend on you day in and day out to get their job done. So tell me a little bit about working in the IT department. What's your average day look like?
I spend a lot of time on the phone, a lot of time calling people, and it's one of the things I really like about my job is that there's so much variety in my job that I never know what 1 week's going to look like. It always keeps things exciting and fresh, and so.
Well, that's good.
But typically I'm dealing with servers, file servers, print servers, computers, people's desktop support, websites. I wear a lot of hats in the city, so it keeps me busy.
Yeah, I know you probably get more calls from my office than I care to admit on video, but yeah, you guys are always really quick to come over and help us out, keep the workflow moving and going, and I've always appreciated that about you guys. There's only one question I asked you to prepare for today, and that was what True North was to you. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I'd say for me it's faith and family. To elaborate on that, I'd have to go back 18 years, kind of rewind the clock, and to when I first started working in Mansfield. Mansfield is where we really wanted to start a family. So my wife got pregnant. Early on, the doctors discovered that they had some serious concerns, and they pointed out that your son's going to have a condition called spina bifida. And
what is spina bifida, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, sure. It's a condition where it basically means opening of the spine, and so where your spine doesn't fully zip up like a zipper, I guess you'd say.
Okay.
We knew early on, before he was even born, that we were going to have some significant challenges and a lot of surgeries ahead of us. And really early on, we had our first major decision. We had to decide whether or not we were going to do what's called in utero, where they operate while the baby is still inside the mother's womb. And it's very risky surgery, very new surgery. That was our true north moment. We had to just fully trust in the good Lord was going to care for us and point us in the right direction. So we spent a lot of time in prayer, and we ended up making the decision not to do the surgery. It was a critical time where if anything happened, I wouldn't have my son. Each time I would just turn to my faith, and that's my true north.
How's your son doing now?
Oh, he's doing great.
I'm glad to hear that.
He's such an amazing kid, and he's just smart and funny, and just like every other kid, he uses a wheelchair, and that's kind of the only difference. He's kind of internet famous too, so.
Now talk to me about that. He's internet famous. What do you mean?
Well, we've had a lot of opportunities to be interviewed. He was on the Rachel Ray show. We were on David Muir. They did a segment on Dr. Oz. I'm super proud of him and just my whole family in general.
We're lucky to have you on our team. I appreciate everything that you do. And I know that the rest of the organization appreciates you too, even if they've never had a chance to meet you, because you're the one behind the curtain, making sure everything works just right.
That's true. They might not have seen my face, but they probably heard my voice.
They've heard your voice on the phone, if nothing else, right?
That's right.
So, well, Glenn, thank you very much for meeting me at JJ's.
You bet.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.